veteran, surprisingly enough, is anybody who's served in the armed forces for more than a day. And believe it or not, there are 4.5 million in this country. Merton, for example, has a population of 200,000, of which over 20,000 are veterans. The turning point was a particular day when one of our number, Corporal Horst Brown, his armoured car went over the side of the mountain and he was killed. And that was the beginning of what is now known as PTSD for me. And I spent the rest of my time, my tour of duty, filling up my water bottle with champagne and Guinness. And that started an alcohol problem, which lasted for a long time.
It was in the army that I really took to drinking. It was very much a drinking culture. I'd had my first drink at the age of 16. As a result, I built up a tolerance to alcohol, which enabled me to drink fairly large quantities of alcohol without appearing drunk. For 30 years, I drank alcoholically without knowing I was an alcoholic. And I remember having lost everything, having been divorced by my first wife and the mother of my 2 children, being told that if I didn't stop drinking, I would be dead within 2 years.
Very often, those people are not the only victims. Their families, their friends are hugely affected by mental illness and by substance misuse within these groups. And I think for a long time that's gone very much unnoticed from professions such as the military, where you're taught to be a man and taught to man up and taught to be extremely tough, but actually inside you may be breaking down. Emotion and understanding emotion and just being able to demonstrate emotion with another person is absolutely central to people waking up to their own issues and then being able to, or being enabled, I think, to deal with them.
We will be running next year 4 courses of 12 weeks each, and we'll have on average between 10 and 20 veterans on these courses. The whole idea is to take them through week by week so that they develop their own game plan to get fit and well, and most importantly to know what they want to do with the rest of their lives. In the army you have a structure to your life. Everything is found for you, your food, where you live, and when you lose that structure your life becomes very difficult to handle.
The hardest process in my life was coming out of the military, trying to reintegrate back into civilian life. That fear of the unknown, where am I going to work, who can I go to for help, where can I go for counseling, or someone just to talk to and open up to. CDARS would be very helpful back then.
We are helping now those that are coming out of the forces to readjust to civilian life and become part of the community again. Hence the title Veterans' Voice, so that we give veterans a voice to express themselves and find their own potential.
I want to make sure that as many people as possible have the same opportunity to recover that I have. Nothing gives me a bigger kick than to see someone struggling and then getting it and remaining sober.
As an organisation, we work very much out of the box, and we are very interested in the gaps that there are in the communities, things which perhaps they're not picked up by the local commissioners, for example, or by the mainstream services. This is a group of people which is there, we know it's there, but no one has actually done anything about it.
They were put in the position to help fight for us. That was one front line, but now there's another front line to be fought, and the men and women that fought for this country are now battling with addiction. And there is help here with CDARS, and we need to be able to say, if you are suffering, if you aren't able to cope yourself, we are here to help you.